Is this thing on? Hello everyone, and welcome back to the War Thunder official channel. Let me just quickly adjust this here. My name is Micah's Boom, and I'm joined by the lovely Tom, aka Oxy, and today we are not actually leaking the F14. I'm sorry. Just bursting your bubble right now, I had this whole thing planned where I was going to play a user mod of the F14 and make you believe that I was coming this patch. It's not. I'm sorry, I'm just a troll. And sadly the mod doesn't work. I couldn't get it to work, damn it.
I didn't know it didn't work.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so today's stream is not the dev stream, of course. We have done a dev stream in the past week where we presented some of the new vehicles. Today is not the dev stream because there's not going to be, at least, I don't think there's any new dev server planned before the update drops. And it's not out today. What I am going to be doing today is show you the wonderful world of War Thunder mods, because why wait for a plane that you want if you can just put it into the game yourself?
That's true. I remember the mod of the flying flapjack like 5 years ago. That was great.
I never got to play that actually. I need to find the mod files for that again.
It's quite old now, but man, I want that plane so much. It's just brilliant. I love that.
Now, the mod that we're going to be showcasing today is the Ace Thunder mod by Averick. And the thing is, we may never see stuff like the F15 in the game. We may never see the F14. We may never see SU-29s. We may never see any of these modern planes. That doesn't really matter because you can play them right now. At least the F15 in this case. If you're unaware, Averick is one of our content creators. He is present on YouTube and he makes some very good mods. One of those screenshots you saw earlier, which may or may have been leaked, yeah, that's from that mod. It's a very nice one. I don't believe he's going to be making the F14 playable, but you can actually shoot it down and check it out in the replay file. So we can do that right now. And in the meantime, I also got Oxy here in the background because, of course, this is a single-player mission. I don't think many people realize that it's single-player in War Thunder. Oxy's going to be talking about some of the vehicles that we've seen in the dev server.
Yeah, we can have a bit of a chat. If there's anything you want to sort of inquire about them, I can try and assist, as I have sort of played them a fair bit. So I can give a bit of a context to that.
So essentially you get 2 streams for 1. You get a gameplay mod presentation as well as talk about the, well, dev server, the vehicles upcoming in the patch. And if you have questions, leave them in the chat and we are going to try and answer them.
Yes.
So let's see if I can get this to work. The standard mod should work, by the way, just fine. I'm actually going to leave a link in the chat down below. Keep in mind, these kinds of mods only work if you are on PC. It doesn't matter if you're on Steam or if you are on Directly Launcher, but you can play this on PC. Not on consoles, at least. Consoles don't have mods. But there we go. We have a playable F15 in War Thunder. That's cool. And this is the thing I'm actually most impressed about.
Oh, nice.
Do you have an idea how long it must have taken to get this cockpit to work properly?
Yeah, dude, that's pretty cool. Oh, nice. I
like a proper HUD and everything.
Oh. Sweet.
This skin is from one of the squadrons. Honestly, I'm not really too into my AC0 lore to really know what kind of skin this is. But in these mods, you can actually change some of the skins around, which is quite nice. Now, I am up against some MiG-29s here.
Oh, the HUD's the same too.
Yes.
Oh.
I have a little teammate as well. And in the meantime, since we are playing some jets, we can talk a little bit about the Viggen. That thing has been getting an interesting upgrade actually in the second dev server.
It certainly has. We're having chaff and fly. It was pretty nice. It's something a lot of people were sort of wondering why it wasn't there initially. Because of course it was the preliminary version, not the was it the C version? I think was the version with the flares, which they can see. So yeah, but because they were basically, I believe, almost functionally identical, it's sort of been upgraded to that version. So it's a little bit more, well, it's a pretty big disadvantage to not have those countermeasures at top tier. So I mean, it really does help. And now it's going to be pretty strong. That thing really does not lose speed at all.
It does not. Keep in mind, of course, these are not going to be very realistic flight models here. This is a user mod made by a user. This is not made by the company at all. All of this is hard work by, well, I wouldn't say a single guy. It's mostly done by Averick, but he has had some help from some of the other creators and modders and stuff out there.
Indeed. Quite so.
Let's see what we have. This is apparently the GAM 1 skin from Ace Combat Zero. All right. David Mace asks, "Hey Oxy, how's the new BV?" Oh god, I wasn't watching where I was going.
Oh, it's pretty fun. It's incredibly sluggish. It's not really a bomber at all. It's sort of well, I don't like using the term, but it's more gunshipy because it's kind of main advantage really is the defensive guns. You've got the 13 at the back, the 151 at the front, and the 151 I think just below or just above the nasal gun in the top engine, which is really, really good. And if you're fighting, biplanes and slow aircraft, it's you're really going to shred them. But the difficulty really with it is that because it's so slow, it's very easy. Well, it's a very big and easy target to hit, and with all those engines and all the fuel, it's going to get crippled very, very quickly, likely from only a couple of bursts, which is, I think, really its biggest drawback. With bombers, at least the way I like to play them, I like to kind of dogfight with them. The usual way that I would go about it is most bombers have at least, apart from some really heavy ones, have 2 good turns in them. And if you can dodge an enemy with 2 good turns, you've pretty much bled the majority of their speed, which means the gunners are going to have a really easy time to knock them out. And I don't know if that's really going to work with the BV because it's just too heavy. But the change that actually may make it a bit more sort of able to do this is that because it spawns so high up, that's a lot of potential energy, and you then can convert that to pulling some maneuvers. But it really depends on how it's going to take speed and what it can really do defensively. Because the bomber, it's not really anything special. You can.
Go ahead.
You okay? Oh, so you were. Okay, well, yeah. As a bomber, sort of ordnance-wise, it's not really anything special. It's sort of the bombs are secondary to the sorry, I'm getting distracted by what you do. Yeah, the bombs are only sort of
Don't let me
secondary.
distract you, Tom. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to distract you. It's
fine.
fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Don't you worry.
Okay, I'm trying to talk about the BV. Okay, yeah. Bombs, nothing really special. Defensive guns, very, very much. At that tier, it's sort of unheard of to be that well defended from different angles. It does have a bit of a dead zone at the bottom. But if you kind of play it right, keep the enemy in those gun angles, it's going to be pretty impressive. It just depends on how fragile it's going to be. When I was playing it, I didn't really... Well, I tried playing against AI, but the AI are not really very good and don't like hitting you very much. So I didn't really see what it's like in responding to damage. But if it's going to get a lot of drag, it's really not going to do too well. But we'll see. I mean, it's probably the main thing I'm excited for. I like all the World War II stuff, especially if it's like kind of weird. I like weird things in general. Stuff that's not kind of, I guess, conventional, I guess, is what I'm all about. So yeah, it's going to be pretty fun, I think. How about you, Mike? Have you sort of had a look at it? Play around?
Ironically enough, I didn't actually play it at all. Which I'm kind of sad about. I was honestly... I play everything on the desktop. I like playing everything. I like testing everything out. I tested out the new maps, even on the first episode, when they weren't really available yet. Someone made a custom file link for it, custom battle for it. And can I just mention Breslau? Holy crap. I am going to carpet bomb the crap out of that map at some point.
It's pretty cool.
But I have a confession to make. Pretty much the only thing I did on Desktop was play the Vigan. That's all. I just played the Vigan.
Most people did.
I'm sorry. There was a very nice user-made skin released by I can't remember the name of the person who made it. A very nice black skin with gold trim, which is actually historical. A real plane was painted that way, and it's so goddamn.
It really is.
It's so good. It's just. You look at a plane. Okay, I've seen some people say that the Vigan is not a beautiful plane. I disagree.
I
personally
kind of agree, but just from the side. From the top,
yes,
it's gorgeous.
I can
but from
see
the
that.
side, it's kind of chunky.
So whilst I personally disagree that the Vigan is a well, not beautiful plane. I just love the way the thing looks, even with the base camo. There is something about that user-made camo that just elevates it above to the next level, and I really wish it comes into the marketplace at some point.
Yes.
Because holy crap, I need that skin. I absolutely need that skin.
It is really pretty, but I just really like the red one with the ghost. I like ghost.
Yeah, what one is it? What was this one? The show must go on, I think?
That's the one, yeah, that's it, exactly.
The thing is, I don't think that kind of red really comes across well in the game. We had the same kind of situation with the Meteor, the Reaper. I think it looks a bit too tacky, perhaps.
The Vampire, I'll show you on my screen right now, because I know even with the Reaper's a bit dull, but the Vampire with the Marketplace red comes across very strikingly.
See, that is one I don't actually have.
Yeah. This one, super pretty. And if the red is like this and a bit more glossy, man, that's going to be cool. I love all that business.
So there you go, this is what we have played. Without Secrets, yes, this is a user mission. This is a mod made by Averick. I'm going to leave the link in the description down below in a second. Actually, let me do that right now. You can play this yourself, actually. So if you are one of those players who wants stuff like the F14, the F15, the F16, all that stuff in the game, you don't have to wait for us to develop it, actually. You can just install one of these user mods and play it yourself. Well, in this case, you can play the F15. You cannot play stuff like the F14. That was a bit of an exclusive I had lined up to actually troll the chat a little bit. We do a little bit of trolling over here on the Waffen official stream. Sadly, it didn't quite work out. It worked perfectly fine at home, but
Yeah.
that is just a thing to consider with mods. Sometimes they don't always work. I just noticed that the Averick is actually modeled, by the way. One thing I want to mention, by the way, with these things, whilst the model itself isn't entirely made by Averick, he made all the animations by himself, which is kind of amazing. There is a lot of work that goes into animating all the surfaces, the air brakes, the cockpit opening, everything really, and he's done a frankly amazing job. Like, if I showed you a screenshot of this, maybe without the skin. Okay, the skin doesn't really fit into War Thunder, but
It
you
looks
could maybe
thematic.
think.
It really does
Yeah.
look thematic, yeah, I must say.
You could fool some people by posting a screenshot of an F14 and make them believe it's actually coming this patch.
Yeah.
Which is not, by the way.
Yeah.
I have a slight issue right now, which is my gun isn't quite working, so I'm relying on my missiles for the time being.
Also, did someone redeem Minecraft jokes? I saw someone make a
Oh,
comment about
no.
it. I don't know if they did. We can
I think
check.
we forget to disable the Minecraft joke redeem during the official streams, the dev stream, so
Oh.
I would not be surprised with just like a few.
If there's a couple backed up, let me know, and we'll read some when we do other stuff later.
I'm just going to check right now how many we
Okay.
have backed up.
Just in case.
I don't want to imagine how many there are.
I hope it's one. One is my...
It's probably going to be more than one, let's be frank.
I don't know. I don't want to be Frank anymore.
Okay, let's call you Thomas.
I don't want to be Thomas anymore either.
Hold on, review requests queue. We have 4 pages to read. Oh
Okay,
god, that's
well,
going to
we
be
can-
terrible.
We can do that later then.
Yes, well, let's
Not
not all
now.
have it all
Yeah.
at once because it's going to be terrible. Let's just we'll
That's
spread
right.
out the pain.
That Frank thing just reminded me of a joke from like the old Scooby-Doo, where I think Velma's talking to Fred, and she's like, he's like, I need to go pay for the parking or whatever, and she's like, not with those are Frank's, and he's like, really? I thought they were mine. As a kid, I thought, that's amazing. And I told it to my dad, and he didn't get it. I was like, I just can't believe it. So yeah,
I think the actor who made The Naked Gun, the movie,
yeah.
also made a joke like that. I can't quite remember what it was though. I'm usually good with movie quotes, but I'm terrible at remembering out of the top of my head.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
I always wondered if it was stolen from something.
Archange Vector, wait, is that an F15 customized with an Ace Combat skin? It may be. It may be a user mod you can play right now. Check it out. By the way, if you have questions about the vehicles upcoming in the upcoming Direct Hit patch, why did I say upcoming that many times?
Nice
Upcoming.
word.
Now it's weird. You know when you repeat a word too many times, it sounds weird in your head?
Dude, I did that with the character Biff from the Magic Key when I was like 5. I just sat in an armchair saying Biff over and over again.
To be fair, Biff is a very weird word. Let's not make any mistakes here.
I think it was like the characters were called Biff and Chip, and I just thought that was brilliant. So I just kept saying Biff until it just lost all meaning. It's one of
Biff.
my earliest memories doing that.
Why does it remind me of that meme of the little girl saying, I love beef? No, I smell like beef. I smell like beef. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, if you have questions about the vehicles upcoming in Direct Hit, leave them in the comments down below. We are going to be trying to answer to the best of our capabilities. Of course, if you haven't noticed yet, the Viggen will get flares in the patch on the second dev server. It was updated to the JA37C model, which does get a pod for flares and chaff, at least in the game. I believe there's also been a change made to the reverse thruster, although I'm not sure if that's actually making it right now.
I saw that as well.
So I'm not going to confirm anything right now. That's an F18, oh god. I'm feeling a bit outclassed here, just saying.
Doing okay so far.
To be fair, this is easy mode.
Oh.
There are 3
still.
variants of this mission: easy mode, normal mode, and hard mode. If you really want to clench your buttocks, you probably want to play hard mode. I'm not going to try that at all. I'm good. Oh god. That's not the side I want to see.
He's good and God simultaneously.
Have we seen all the vehicles yet? As far as I'm aware, yes, all the vehicles were present on the second dev server. Just sadly, the maps weren't quite ready for custom battles, but it appear in random battles, so you could play Breslau, for example. Although I tried getting Spaceport, I wasn't able to.
Oh.
Did you get Spaceport?
I tested it on our other server.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Screenshots, but I didn't. I couldn't get it done on the actual live.
Meh, indeed. Although, to be fair, if I had to choose between one of the two maps, I don't mind not missing... Well, I don't mind missing out on Spaceport because we have kind of seen it before.
Yeah.
We have kind of seen it before.
Breslau was way more interesting to me.
Yes,
Super
absolutely.
Cool.
Maybe we get some more music in.
What flag is that? What looks like the German flag? The asexual.
That looks like the
Apparently the asexual flag does. I don't know if it does.
That doesn't look like a German flag at all.
I accidentally bought an asexual pride shirt a few weeks ago because it had a cat on the front, and it was like it had a cat on it and it was purple. And I thought that's cute, I'll buy it. And then I realized like, wait, hang on, that's the asexual.
Hold up.
I'm not, and I bought it completely by accident. And now I can't really wear it, which is annoying.
I mean, you can for the meme.
I guess, but I don't know if it's really meme worthy. But yeah, it's really nice though. It's got like a little black cat on it.
So just follow my rule of life. If you're cringe enough, anything can be a meme. See? See? You're laughing!
I guess, but I don't know if an asexuality is cringe. It might, but I don't know. But I mean, I don't know. It has a cat on it, and that's why I bought it.
There's a question for you by David Mayers. Hey Oxy, how does the TU1 perform?
It's very similar to the TU2. From when I tested it, I think the flight model was exactly the same. I think it might have been changed. I'm not sure. Maybe if Scotty Bay is still in the chat, he can confirm. But it was very TU2-esque when I was playing it. Maybe it's the same. If it shares the same flight model, it's going to be pretty decent because the TU2 is deceptively, well, I hasten to say agile because it isn't, but it's more agile than a lot of people give it credit for. And with those forward-facing guns and the ordnance that it gets, it's going to be really something, I think. It's got a good lineup, it's a good BR. Premium, obviously, so the bonuses it's going to get are going to be pretty good. And because it has gun CAS and bomb CAS, it's going to be great in Air RB as a, well, you know, for progressing through the tree, and as well for, you know, well, combined battles. As the 45s have AP now, and the trio of 1,000 kilogram bombs, it's really going to be good. So yeah, it's one of the ones I'm most excited for. I think it's going to be really nice.
Between the TU1 and the Tisma, which one do you think you prefer?
Relative to the BR, the Tisma is incredible. It's, I think, more, well, it's way more agile. It's lighter. The bomb ordnance is a little bit weaker. But relative to the BR, I'd probably go with the Tisma. But I haven't really played either of them that much.
I gotta say, the Tisma is an amazing aircraft. I absolutely love playing it out in my, even up to 4.3 Russia. It's an amazing little one. If you don't know what the Tisma is, it is a Russian heavy twin-engine fighter, which has two of pretty much the same cannons as the Yak-9T does. Now, on the Yak-9T, you are a bit limited by the amount of ammunition you can carry, and the gun gets a bit inaccurate the more you fire it. But on the Tisma, you have two of them. They are quite accurate, and you get a lot of ammo as well. And if the gun isn't enough, you also get a few 500 kilogram bombs. Which, it's just great. I love that thing. It's amazing for CAS.
Indeed. Quite so.
Although I don't think the Tisma gets a gunner. Or does it? Wait, does it?
Tisma does, yeah.
It does. I just remember it being useless.
It's not bad.
Is it? Yeah. I've set a few planes on fire, but you don't ever tend to take them down before they take you down is the problem.
I guess the Russian 50 cal gunners I've always like had a big love for. They always seem to work for me. But yeah, I mean, it's not the best. It's got decent angles, I guess, from like directly behind. Got good empennage control. Empennage, I'd make that up. Well, I was trying to say something else. My brain was like panicked. Like, oh, say jargon. That'll work. It didn't. Like the bit in the middle has good coverage, is what I wanted to say. So, pretty nice. What else we got?
J1 Boom. War Thunder, are there any plans to add more game mode to the tank battles? None at the moment, I am afraid. Here's the thing. The distinction. Okay, I'm fine. I'm good. That's another missile. They really like me today. I'm hearing the... I can't even say it.
Oh.
Do you know the nickname for the real-life flight computer voice on the F-14? The Betty.
Ah.
I can't say it on the stream, sadly. I only get one per stream, and I don't want to waste it on that.
Oh, true. I see. Understandable.
Let's get into a bit of a closer dogfight here with these F-15. Without getting a missile up my butt, hopefully.
Let's hope.
Keep in mind, I am absolutely terrible when it comes to gun cast, but after this we're going to be playing some actual random battles against other players with some of the planes we do have in the game. And one that I actually want to try out again is the MiG-23. I'm not sure if you noticed, but it seemed to get a bit of a buff on the dev server. Roll rate feels much better now, the overall handling feels much better, and I want to see how it compares to what we have right now.
Okay.
And what we'll have on the, well, live server when it actually releases the patch.
That works. Absolutely.
Right now, the MiG-23 is the top-tier Russian jet fighter aircraft. Although you could arguably say that the MiG-21 is slightly better overall. The MiG-23 does get the addition of IRST, which is... imagine radar, but instead of using actual, well, radar, it uses heat signatures of enemy planes. Which has the advantage of, well, you don't ping their radar warning receiver. You can lock onto them and you can slave your missiles to the IRST, but the enemy never knows that you have them locked because, well, you aren't emitting any radar. This can be used quite effectively together with the air-to-air missiles that the MiG-23 gets, but the flight performance was always a bit underwhelming to me, personally, I have to say. I prefer myself a bit of a nimbler fighter. The MiG-23 is a bit of a bus.
Yeah, I feel.
But I believe with the next update, it might get a little bit of a handling buff, which should be quite nice.
Very cool.
Speaking of handling bluff, I like how my pilot has absolutely no blood.
Handling Bluff sounds like a name of like a really obscure kind of forest range in like the North Americas.
Absolutely. Oh god.
Well, that exists. Also got Procat? No. Maybe.
Control of my guns right now?
Mike
Something
is
like that going on.
Portuguese? Correct.
I am indeed. Technically still officially, even though I was born in Germany and I have a very thick German accent, I am officially Portuguese!
I'm going to become Portugal.
I am going to become Portugal.
Good name.
I'm trying to slot in the you are going back to Brazil meme in there somehow, but it's not working.
Oh man. Good, I can't... That's a really good meme, but I can't repeat. Sucks.
I know the F-104S won't be able to carry the AIM-7 and the Cannon soon, but will it be able to carry the AIM-9Bs? As far as I'm aware, yes. The only the restriction that was with the AIM-7s. I believe you needed some extra equipment on the F-104S to be able to carry those, and it replaced the gun. With the AIM-9Bs, there shouldn't be an issue as far as I'm aware, since you don't need any extra equipment, really, any extra radar equipment to make those work. You should be able to still use the gun with those. I seem to be out of cannon ammo, which is not good.
Yes.
Not quite working.
Thank
Time to take Mike back to Brazil, yes. Aditya Yusuf. Oxy, did you change your hair? You look different today.
No, it's just normal. Sometimes, like, if it's just a bit big, I'll just clip it back a bit. So that's probably what's happening. I mean, I haven't really changed it. I usually just sort of do that when I wake up. But if it's, like, too... It's like my hair, because it's so thick, when it's really humid, it just expands to, like, twice its size, and it's just looks awful. Like, more awful than usual. So I'll make it a little bit sort of smaller by just sort of clipping bits. So that's what's happening today. But generally, it's the same. Unless I do something like wildly different, which I probably won't, but we'll see. Who knows? Who knows?
Ironically enough, Tom, there's a Morgan chasing me right now. This is bad. This is very bad. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
What's ironic about that?
I don't know, Tom. I think the ironic thing is that I never got this far into the battle. I'm actually about to lose this on easy mode.
Well, you're fighting a pretty cool looking plane. I can see that.
In my defense, my gun wasn't working. I'll take that as my defense.
Okay, that's fine. That's acceptable.
Now, I do actually want to go into the replay because since I mentioned F-14, I want to show you the F-14 model that I used. And I can show you what you can see yourself. Now, keep in mind that the F-14 is not actually playable in this user mod. I had a little solo thing going on, which I can't quite make work on this PC right now. Mike, did you do something new with your hair? Ahoy, me mateys. It's me, Captain Mike Goes Boom. And I'm here today to tell you about how you can save 10 million lives. Something like that. I can't remember the full quote, I'm sad.
What you would do? I was like, what's he going to do with his hair? Is he going to get the wig? And he got the hat.
Don't tempt me.
What do you look like with the wig and the hat on at the same time, I wonder?
Let's find out.
I'm actually kind of excited.
Read a Minecraft joke in the meantime.
I might do that. I'm saving it until we get... Because I'm going to... He's actually doing it. Okay, thank you, Cake. It is a sweet shirt. I'll show you later if you remind me, because I have a picture. Although I'll forget, but poke me. You look just like Michael Keaton in Birdman when he has the blood wig on. Now you look like you're in some kind of 80s adult film.
You think they recognize me?
I-
I'm not showing up with
This is uncannily strange. Look at the difference here. It's like a new man. A new Mike.
Ahoy me mateys, I am Captain Michael, yes. Okay, the sail isn't really working out right now, it just looks like a nest on it.
We need some, like, very, raunchy music playing. Like, hello, your boat is not on the dock, is it? How about I dock your boat back in for you, with you at the same time? I don't know how this works.
Tom, we need to make a raunchy song for the War from the Christmas album.
Do we? We need, like, we keep saying this, we need to do it because the hallway is so good for acoustics.
You can leave the tracks on.
Every time I leave the office, I do the Halo theme in the hallway annex, and then sometimes forget that there's people below sometimes waiting for like appointments, and then like I walk past and it's obvious that it's me, and it's like, hi, I just didn't do that. I definitely didn't.
That totally wasn't me, it's fine.
But yeah, it's so good for acoustics. We've got to do some stuff for that.
Once we are at it, let me see if I can quickly grab a closer look at those MiG-29s. Would you look at that? See, that is actually something I really do want to come into the game eventually. The late MiGs and Sukhois, the late Russian jets. They look amazing.
They did really
They
pretty.
just look so damn good. And I want them. I want them in my life. I need them. Belka, please.
What is that? What are those sparks? Is that from like a gun or an impact?
I'm not quite sure, actually. I know he was firing the missile. Not quite sure what's going on there. Maybe he's just very excited to see me. I would understand. We did just do a very raunchy impression of... I don't even know what it was. But yeah, let's go back to...
Nopers.
Wait. Oh, right. I forgot the keybind I had for the mouse. Where is it? It was that just a second ago. This is going absolutely terribly. You know what? I'm just going to leave the link to the mod in the description down below. You can check it out for yourself. Keep in mind, you do need a PC to actually play this and install it, but it doesn't matter if you have your own account, if you play on Steam. As long as you know how files on Windows work, you can play this mod by Averick. I definitely recommend checking it out. It's a nice mod. He made a previous one as well with the ADFX. I can't recall what the number is, something Morgan. And you can play that as well. And he may make some more new mods in the future as well. In fact, just in general, can I just give a huge shout out here to the live.warfront page. If you're unaware, live.warfront.com is our community page. Let me just quickly log in without leaking myself here. Yep. There we go. And you can find all matter of stuff. Oh. Wait.
Don't worry, Mike. I think you're valid.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. Maybe I'll use this one. Now I have captures. I never had a capture on the Warfront website before. What's going on?
Have I actually? I wonder if that's new.
It might be. Okay,
Curious.
there we go. Right. This is live.warthunder.com. You can find screenshots. You can post your own screenshots, which sometimes get picked for the screenshot competition that we run. I believe every 2 weeks or so. Not quite sure what the time scale is, but you can win GE by posting screenshots on here and getting selected. You can find mods, you can find videos, you can find camouflages. If you ever wondered how people in videos, for example, have those fancy camouflages on their tanks or planes, and if you happen to be a weep, especially, yeah, you can get your user camouflages on here. It's entirely free. Only you can see these, by the way, not other players. You're the only one who can see these. But you can kit out your planes, your aircraft, your tanks, your helicopters, your ships. Just keep one thing in mind. You can get some very high quality skins, like this, for example, is an 8K skin. It is going to look much sharper than the base skin in the game, but it's also going to be quite a big file size. So keep an eye out on that. If you have a small hard drive, you might not want to install too many skins. Actually, can I find it though? I want to see if I can find that skin.
And the red
Can
one
I
too.
find that skin? Ah, there it is. It doesn't look as good here.
Is it the same one?
It is the same one. It's a bit of a weird reflection here. This is what the plane looked like in real life. It looks very good in the game.
It
These
does look
screenshots
better
are
in
not
the
the most
game, yeah.
flattering. Yeah, these screenshots are not the most flattering, but if you are in the game, you hear the skin on. It's
Found
beautiful.
the red one. Found the red one.
Oh, can I
Favorite.
find the red one though? Is the red one even here?
It better be.
I don't think it's named under Vigan though. It might be under J37. Let's check.
Please. It's my
Red
fave.
Vigan.
There it
Hey,
is.
I think it's the one.
It's got little ghosties on it.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
It's got two little ghosts on the top and the bottom. I
Fun
loved
fact.
it.
I believe the hangar that the squadron was housed in before was bought by the Koenigsegg car company,
Okay.
and they assemble their cars now,
Oh, that's cool.
and they use that symbol on the cars that are manufactured in the plant.
The little ghost?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't even drive, but I like ghosts. I think they're cool. I'd like a little ghost on my car.
Not too many photos here, sadly. There's a little text here on the side, show must go on, and this decal is actually in the game. You can get this
It
decal.
is?
I don't think you can get it right now. It was one of the weekly
Yeah,
decals.
exactly.
It is in the game.
Yes.
So, well, PSA for you, little tidbit. Yes.
Very pretty.
Now, camouflage is not the only thing you can find. You can also find some custom sights if you happen to be interested in that. Of course, not for the J37, but for tanks. This used to be very useful back in the day with the missile vehicles like the
Oh, yeah, true.
Panzerwerfer 42, for example,
Yeah.
which didn't have its own sight yet back in the day. Now it does. You could use some of these user-made sights. You can also get some historical sights for your vehicles, like if you want to be a proper wearable and you want to play the Tiger with the proper size optic, you can find it on here. In fact, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. The proper size optic for the Tiger 1, which is weird.
It is
I
weird.
don't like it.
It's weird to adjust to, but it looks
Yeah.
nice.
See, instead of having vertical lines you can adjust with the rangefinder, instead it adjusts like this dial on the, like a circle around it. It's a bit weird without showing it. I can't really explain it well. You'll have to try it out yourself. It takes some getting used to. It
Dude.
takes some getting used to.
When I just had a bit of a sip of this coffee, I felt like something touched my tongue underneath the surface.
Is your coffee haunted? Are you okay, Tom? You don't look okay.
I don't know. Every time I have a coffee, there's something sinister about it. It's either there's like dead flies in it from the horrible machine that no one ever cleans, or there's like just some creature lurking in the bottom, like a baby Loch Ness monster.
I'm going to get you a thermos can for your birthday, and you are going to bring coffee from home.
I might as well. It's just, I can't even get a nice beverage these days.
Why not? What do you mean by nice beverage?
Well, I mean, there's always something going on with it. It's like there's just, I quite like coffee and tea, but it's just I can't deal with all the bits that are involved. It's like there's too many things that can go wrong, and I can't deal with that. There's too much stress involved with making coffee in the modern day.
Are you seeing this hanger, Tom?
Guess it's time for
Guess
comedy.
it's time for cringe.
It's time for cringe.
Why is there no dev server for console? Simply because of limitations. We can't get the dev server on the consoles in general. So, yeah, sorry. Technical limitations, sadly, it's not possible. It's also a very temporary thing, so it's not really worth it to try and pursue that. If you want to be on the dev server, you'll have to be on the live, on a PC. But it usually doesn't take too long. I mean, the update is going to come out within the next few weeks. So you don't have to wait too long for playing the stuff yourself.
My lungs are still a bit weird.
I thought it was related to the book for a second there.
It was a bit. I read it and then coughed. I think it's like, I don't know. Whenever I read this, my body has some weird reaction to it. So, oh yeah, that's a good comment for you.
Oh.
Do it for all times.
One Interceptor, just for you. I'm just going to put on this wig of hair just to pretend I have hair again. There, that'll work. Hello, you sexy beasts.
Welcome.
Why do I look like the stereotypical prankster YouTuber from like a few
You
years back
kind
in
of
the
do.
day?
That's actually bizarre. You also look like you know in those like old Japanese comics with like the guys that have like the shrimp hair, like the strip of kind of hair at the front. You kind of look like that from that angle. But that was sweet. Little moment, little old moment, old timey moment.
Mr. Bond, we've been expecting you.
Only the peakest comedy here on the War Thunder official stream.
Go ahead, let's get it over with.
Accompanied by Minecraft jokes.
Read the damn jokes.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. What did the young creeper say to his parents before the party? You can guess this. I have faith.
The young creeper?
Yeah, it's more about the action rather than the fact that it's like a young creeper. I think that's just incidental.
Smell you later.
No, this is going to be a blast.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay. Okay, it's not the most terrible.
There's a bit of effort in this one. Why did the witch couple get divorced? I read that as Twitch couple for some reason. Sadly not.
Why did the witch couple get divorced?
Yep. I
They
don't know why I'm bouncing.
didn't want to share the same room? I don't know.
Depressingly realistic. They were driving each other batty.
Go on.
Okay.
How many are there left?
There's 4 more on this page. This
Oh,
one's
God.
kind of sweet. What did the young zombie say to its parents when he broke the vase?
The young zombie to his parents when he broke the vase. Zombie noises.
Oh, I'm so undead. That's kind of cute. It's dumb, but it's kind of cute.
Is it though? What's the targeted age group for this book again?
I think it's like, I think it does say somewhere. Ages 5 and up. So, you know, we're the prime audience for that because we're 5 and up, aren't we?
Mentally, maybe.
What do you call an Enderman on a diet? This one you can guess. I'm 100% certain. Don't zoom in on that while I'm doing this.
I actually have no idea.
You can do it. Come on, I believe in you so much.
See, this is the one. This was not a meme. This was an actual warning. This is the or else that happens if you don't subscribe. You have been warned.
I have every faith in you.
I generally have no idea.
A Slender Man. Which I believe is funny because that's what the Endermen were based off.
Here's a problem.
Yep.
Slenderman was a meme, died as a meme before any of the kids who this book is targeted at were born.
That's true, bizarrely enough. That's
It
right.
wouldn't work.
Okay. There's 2 more and they're boring. Why is the creeper so awesome?
He's a blast.
Close, because he blew my mind. Again, it's so inconsequential, it's just boring. What do you call a skeleton in an ice biome?
Frozen free, the unseen behind the scenes cut.
That would have been better. A numbskull. Fuck.
I like how I just made you rage quit there. Oh well. Someone asked what the stream is about. Honestly, at this time, I don't even know myself. This stream was starting off as a mod showcase for the mod by Averick. You can play it yourself. I'm actually going to just quickly post the link again if I can find it, which I don't think I can because I deleted the link. No! Hold on, I can find it. I can find it. I can find it. I can find it. There you go. You can install this mod yourself and play it. Right now, what we can actually do is play some of the current top tier jets that we have. I do want to give the Draken another try, which I haven't done in a long while, as well as this MiG-23M, which is getting a kind of sequel, not really. In the next update, we are going to be seeing the MiG-27, which is essentially MiG-23, which is converted into ground attack role. It gets a very nice 30mm Gatling gun. You probably have seen some videos on YouTube. The sound is amazing. 5,000 rounds per minute of 30mm ammunition. It is beautiful.
Yikes.
It needs more ammo though. It needs way more ammo.
Not a lot, yeah, it's right.
It's not. It's not.
Really
It
not
really is not a lot. This, of course, is the fighter version, which only has the 23mm. It has R13s, it has R60s. The MiG-27 can also carry R60s, but as far as I'm aware, it can't carry 6 of them, only 4. And I believe it doesn't get the same radar as the MiG-23 gets. At least on the Death Star, I wasn't able to get it to work. So this is the designated fighter. The MiG-27 is more of an attacker for your Grunt RB or your just CAS fantasy needs, I suppose. Yes. This, of course, is the MiG-14 skin, as I like to call it. I've used this before as a little prank. And the thing is, even though this started off as a joke, it fits this plane very well,
It really
I have
does-
to say.
It does look like it works, yeah. It's very pretty.
Really, the only thing missing is the twin tail boom, but I can
Yeah.
imagine that. Yes. Does the Viggen have the Pulse Doppler radar model yet? Cheetah, yes. On the second F server, it did have the Pulse Doppler radar already. It also has a use for the Beyond Visual Combat mode that you have in the multifunctions menu. In fact, let me quickly show it. I don't believe it works on the MiG-23, but the Viggen did have an option for that, which was quite nice. Now, I'm personally a bit of a noob when it comes to radar, so I can't really explain to you how all the different mods work. But you can change, in this particular plane, you can change to IRST mode with the 5 key, which should give you... Hold on. Let me actually just... Yeah, there we go. Okay, take off. Right, you can change to IRST mode with the 4. There you go, you can see on the right side, it's not covered by Tom, okay, good. You can see it switch between SRC and SRC IR. This, on the MiG-23 specifically, is the IRST mode. It allows you to lock onto enemy planes without pinging their radar warning receiver, and you can use this to lock on your missiles, which is quite useful. Now, in this particular one, you don't have an option for the close long-range combat. On the Viggen you do. Essentially what it does is it narrows your field of search to a little square. You just point it towards the enemy, and you can lock onto enemies at pretty decent long ranges. I've gotten, at least on custom battles, I've gotten like 20 to 30 kilometer locks. I don't think you're going to get that much in actual battles, but you can still get over 10 kilometer locks, which you can then use with your RB-71s, which are quite nice. I just love this plane. I love the way it looks.
It is very pretty.
I hate the way it flies, but I love the way it looks.
Yeah.
Oh, this cockpit. Okay, enough before I get a bit too excited here. Now, if you're unaware, the Viggen gets RB-71s, which are an improved radar missile. You can use them with the Pulse Doppler radar to do some very, very nasty things, like frontal lock-ons from a few kilometers away. You can lock onto enemies that are below you without having too much issue with the ground interference. You can do some nasty stuff. They are overall better than the AIM-7s we already have on the Phantoms. The British FGR-2 will also get the Sky Flashes, which are kind of the equivalent of the RB-71. In fact, they were made by Britain, and they very much function the same way. Although, of course, on the British ones, you can also carry 4 AIM-9Js together with those, as well as 4 Sky Flashes, which is a bit scary, I have to say. So yeah, no longer will you have to use the AIM-7E, you can switch over to the Sky Flashes, which is going to make the British Phantoms quite, well, quite nasty, I have to say.
Quite so.
Quite nasty. In the meantime, what other questions do we have? Oh yeah, there's actually not the stream tomorrow, sorry. I forgot to actually update the schedule. Let me actually do that right now. Thank you very much, by the way, Ugly Duckling, for telling me about that. That was the schedule for the Friday stream we had last Friday, which was the dev stream. There is not going to be a War Thunder stream tomorrow. There's going to be an enlisted stream tomorrow. Not War Thunder. Now, can I actually find it real quick? Can you do a question in the meantime, Tom?
Yeah, let's have a look. Why does the long hair guy look goofy? I don't know if that has an answer to it. I guess I was just, don't know, born to your wrong specifications. That's all I can really answer to that one. Lots of very up-to-date Among Us memes. Thank you for that.
Who the hell is still making Among Us memes? Get out.
Most of YouTube chat.
That meme should have died in 2020.
What else we got? Shut up. I think we've lost YouTube. I think it's past the point of no return.
Have we lost YouTube?
No, I mean, it's still there. It's just I wish it wasn't. No, it's fine.
YouTube, give us some good questions.
I'm memeing.
I mean, I don't mind some memes every now and then. This
I
entire
certainly
stream
do
is a
like
meme.
memes.
Yes. Okay, I figured that actually it's not on the schedule itself. It's on the little plugin we have down below. So let me quickly adjust that. And we are good to go. So yeah, just letting you know again, there's not going to be a War Thunder stream tomorrow. There is a enlisted stream tomorrow. If you want the War Thunder, you can tune in on Monday, noon 30, which is Tom's schedule for his tea with Tom, which you have actually used some gameplay footage in the background now.
Yeah.
With videos, which is quite nice. So you have a bit of a visual stimulation of highly unedited cinematic content.
Yepers.
While Tom answers your questions about the game.
Oh, why am I there?
Are you good?
I saw myself in the corner of my own panic. I always do that. I don't know why it makes me panic when I see myself and I'm not expecting it. It's like, oh, it's like when you see a big spider. It's how I react. Oh man. Man alive, Carl. There's a request for you to say OWO. Is that different from you saying it with U's instead, do you think?
I mean, yes, there's a difference between uwu and owo. I think owo is worse, to be honest. What is wrong, Tom Coon?
I can feel my bones trying to escape from my body when you do that.
Could it be that you're craving
Please don't.
croissant?
Please don't continue this.
Literally,
Literally, it's like my bones turn in. They just try and escape. It's like, you know, they're on a mission to get away from this situation.
How about we get away? Let's play some Top T Jets.
I
How
will.
does that sound?
I mean, I don't have a mouse to when I do.
You
but
don't need a mouse for Top T Jets. You have missiles.
I do. I have this mouse is smaller than my hand, and my
It'll be
hand
fine,
is tiny.
Tom. It'll be fine. Don't you worry.
I need a very particular because my hands are very small. Look at that. That's minuscule.
It works. It works. I'm
I
also
can't-
seeing double feet. There we go.
I
Okay.
can't even reach a piano scale with it, which is really annoying.
That is annoying.
It is.
I haven't played piano in a while. Anyway,
No.
let's play some Draken. This is the current Top Jet that we have. By the way, if you are interested in the Draken, there's going to be a premium version, the J35A. It's currently on pre-order. You can get some bonuses if you buy it before the patch launches, and you can use the premium bonuses to get to the vegan a little bit quicker. Now, I really like the Draken. It sadly fell off a bit. I used to love doing cobras and yeeting people in the face with the RB24Js. These days, it does suffer a bit since it doesn't get any flares, which is a bit problematic in the current meta, I should say. But thankfully, the Viggen kind of fixed that by getting flares and more missiles. You can carry 6 missiles with the Viggen, which is not bad at all. You can see some of the custom skins that Tom has over there, which I sadly don't have access to. I'm very sad.
This one looks like the movie from the Cars film.
Ka-chow!
Yeah, that one. Kind of reminds me of that.
I don't think you can put decals on the windshield, can you?
I don't think so.
That would be perfect. Those eye decals, the blue eyes.
Oh yeah.
That one I do actually have, which is quite nice, the Austrian Air Force one.
Yeah, sweet.
There's also a bunch of custom user-made skins you can find on live.warthunder.com, like the Balkan skin, for example, the Sparta Squadron skin as well, which is a giant Spanish flag, essentially. It is beautiful.
Yes. Quite so.
Dr. Nukenstein, I'm afraid you can't post links in the chat. Show the black camo you talked about for the JA37. Okay, hold on. I think I can find the picture if I go to my own Twitter, which I'm not going to plug here, but I am going to see if I can find it. I just had a blank. I didn't remember my own Twitter handle.
I don't know what. I
That's
don't even know what
terrible.
mine is.
Nah, you lie. I've seen you on Twitter.
Yeah. I
You
don't-
liked one of the posts I made.
Yeah, I know. I went on it this morning, but I don't remember what I called myself. Is what I mean. But I did go on there earlier because someone made a meme. It was quite a sweet meme.
Can I just... So, this is the skin I mentioned earlier, by the way. Look, I just...
That's a new noise. That's a new emotion coming out.
As you can see, it looks much more gold than it does in the preview screenshots that the person who made the skin posted. But yeah, there is something something this gun does awakens something very deep inside of me. I can't quite explain it. I think it's the flash of light over here.
Yeah, it's the little reflective
Yeah.
quality that I really
It's
like.
very nice.
It's like Christmas tinsel.
And as soon as the patch releases, you can get this as a user skin. If you're on PC. Sorry, console. Can't really help you there.
Yippers.
This is a reason to get a PC.
Tom, please rub Mike's head. I don't know if he's okay with that. You have to ask him first.
I'll just use this as a protection. Just
That'll be weirder, I think, if I did it with that on.
yes, I know. That's why I won't touch it.
I don't. Should I do it?
Touch it, Tom. Touch it.
It seems weird to do it now, like
Touch
it's an
it, Tom.
event. It's fine.
So like this is kind of hold on. If I do this,
Don't what? Oh, okay.
that
that's-
kind of looks like I'm under the table.
Oh, there's connotations. to
That-
this.
Let's get into gameplay. How about that? Okay. Now, Tom, I'm going to invite you quickly into a squadron, and we can play a game.
Okay.
Can I? Are you actually online?
Yep.
Okay. For a second, I thought this was your new nickname.
Why would I be called Woman Slayer 69?
I don't even know who this is.
That's like the most,
It's not Fly.
That's the most disparate thing to my personality. I'm out there every weekend, picking up, accosting the women at all of the bars, of which I can't speak the language of anyone there. Yeah.
I
that's-
remember bars.
Yeah, dude.
Bars were nice.
Dude, I can't. Just German is very stressful, I must say.
I can agree with that. Will there be some graphic upgrade with RTX functions or just graphical update in the near future? Not in this patch. Of course, as Warframe gets developed, new graphical options are always getting added. Technically, I lie. There will be new graphics for mirrors in the cockpit of planes, all planes that have mirrors, as well as new effects for flares in the next update, which it's a little bit of extra detail. Of course, not a whole graphical overhaul, but it's a little detail. But yeah, other than that, nothing in this patch, nothing with RTX. We kind of have our own global illumination, and it's not in the plans.
Nope.
In the future, who knows? Of course, War Thunder is always getting developed, and graphic updates will, of course, be done at some point.
I forgot we were playing a video game. No.
Can I get you all to see this cursed F-14? It's really cursed, one tail. I mean, I have it in my hangar, Dr. Nukenstein.
He's talking about like the prototype-y version that actually had one tail IRL.
A prototype F-14 with one tail.
I don't know if it was like a prototype or like a derivative, but I know there was like some wacky one. Don't crash.
I'm trying not to. I kind of want to do a Cobra, but I don't have the proper keybind setup.
Yeah, I can't do one because this mouse doesn't have like all of my aircraft controls are on the shoulder buttons for my mouse. So I'm like, going in, just not going in at all. I think.
I feel it, Tom. I feel it. Although I do like that you have the same skin as me. We can be squad mates. I would probably not recommend going high though. See, the Draken lacks two major things. One, you don't have flares. So if you get a top tier missile on you, you are a bit screwed. Even though this thing can turn very well, it bleeds a lot of speed and you may not be able to withstand too many missiles. And two, you don't have RWR. And that is a major issue. Without that, you don't really know if you are getting locked by the enemy. You don't know if someone is firing a missile from above you. You don't know if someone is firing a missile from in front of you when you're flying high. You kind of have to go on the deck with this one. Otherwise, you get radar missiled. Tom, of course, is going to be the brave one and watch him actually do better than me in this match.
I just sort of go to the side and then like do something else for a bit and then go back in. That's my strategy.
It's not a bad one, actually, yeah.
Yeah. When will Tom put on cat ears so we can have Tomcat in War Thunder?
I am very disappointed that I did not think of that joke myself earlier.
Like, I think I said before, like if we do some like big event or something with like goals or whatever, if it's like an ultimate channel point goal, I'll do it. But it's got to be like, I need to Germa it. It needs to be like an event. I can't just do it as like a one and done thing. It's got to be like a, I mean, I don't want to do it, but I will for, I'll do it for the gram. I think people still say that in the current year, do they?
I haven't seen anyone say do it for the gram since Vine died.
Oh yeah, Vine. I remember Vine. I never really had it, I think, but I knew it existed. Not having direct elevator controls is making me upset.
Oh yeah, you have elevators on your mouse, don't you?
Yeah, like, so all of my
sounded so weird.
controls, all of my controls are on here. So like doing stuff in general is just weird to me. It do not like working.
That guy just, oh god, he just got blown up by a GR1.
I just realized I had didn't have any throttle control.
That doesn't help either. That's not good, Tom.
It doesn't. I am very good at videos game.
Yes. It's going to flare up. Is it going to work? No, it is not. Okay, I know exactly what that guy did wrong. If you happen to wonder why my missile still hit even though he was flaring, he was using manual flares. He was flaring one by one.
Oh.
See, flares work because they give off a higher thermal signature than your engine does. But one single flare is not going to work. You want to ideally have many flares in a very tiny area so it overwhelms the sensors of the missiles. If you use manual flare release, you are not going to defeat missiles. It's simply not enough. The flares are too spread out for them to actually work in defeating missiles. What you want to set up is periodic flare release. I'm not sure where it is in the options. I might check it out in the controls in a bit when I finish with this battle. What you want is periodic flare release, which releases a number of flares that you can set yourself automatically with one press of the button. And you can leave it on to periodically release the flares, like every second, for example. I said that as I get missiled. It's fine. I guess I can show it to you. Hold on. Periodic. There you go. This one, which I actually don't have on this. Interesting. Okay. Let me fix that. There we go. So this is actually what I use. I don't use flares themselves. As you can see, I have... Okay, I do have it, but I'm going to design this real quick. I use periodic countermeasure firing, just because it is much more effective than trying to use it manually.
Nice.
In fact, maybe we can do a little demonstration real quick. Let's go into a custom battle. I'm going to bring something that does have flares. And we're going to show the difference between using the automatic flare release or using just my finger. Yes. 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 Cheeky Boriki, hi, I would like to ask, how high is the chance that the ME262 HG2 would be added into the game? It was planned some years ago and nothing since then. I'm afraid it is a very low chance at this point. Back in the day, the problem that Warframe had was trying to fill in tech trees without going over a certain, well, period, I suppose. Now we have 1970s, 1980s jets, so that's not really an issue anymore. And as such, all those theoretical designs don't really have a place in the game anymore. It's a bit of the same situation as with the Panther II, for example, where when Ground Forces was released, we had a Panther II in the game. It was one of the best tanks that Germany could get. And then it was removed from research because it no longer really fits the game. It's not realistic the way we have it in the game. The real Panther II was only a hull. There was never a 88mm gun fitted in the Schmalturm put on the Panther II hull. That didn't really exist. So it was removed from research. Of course, whoever has it still has it. I can still play it myself, but you can't get it if you didn't have it before. And, well, the 262 HG2, I need to choose my words carefully because I believe there was a mock-up of one of them. I know there was a HG1, a HG2, and a HG3 proposals. I think one of them had a mock-up build, but I don't think there was a proper prototype of any of them. They were pretty much just drawings, just proposals, I suppose. And since they didn't really have any flyable prototypes, or prototypes in general even built, they don't really fit into the game. I can just see the chat now coming up with 1,000 exceptions.
Yes.
My mind just blanked there. I know there are some exceptions. I know there are exceptions. R2-Y2s, for example, are the biggest example. Yes, I know there are exceptions. But generally, we try to avoid adding vehicles that are completely entirely fictional. Okay? All right. Yes. F4EJ Kai. Technobargos. The F4EJ Kai is coming in the next patch. It was on the second dev server. It got AIM-7E2s, which I believe had two versions, one which had a 25G limit. I'm not quite sure which version exactly is going to be put in the game. On the dev server itself, the stat card was identical to the AIM-7, so I don't really know what the difference was. All I know is that since it has 2 at the end of it, it's probably better. I hope.
Yes. Hello, I can't pronounce your name, but hello. Thank you for saying hi.
Alright, I need a plane with flares. I need you, Tom.
Me?
Yes, I need you in my life.
I certainly am doing that.
Yeah, okay, you know what? A4E, this should work. I'm going to quickly set up a custom battle. I'm going to invite you.
Okay.
And I'm going to embarrass myself because, of course, when I try to actually show it, it won't work. Okay, let's do... What would be a good air duel map? Shortish range, I suppose.
There's like, if you just type in, I think, this has been renamed, like this, the 1v1 maps. It should give you like a... I can't remember what they're named now. Those are the ones, I think. Those give you some cool ones.
Mm.
Eastern Europe was my favorite because I'd always get people to crash into this one building while playing the Spitfire tournament back in the day.
Let's do Eastern Europe then. Okay, realistic battles, random passwords, only 2 players and no bots.
Yep.
I'm going to let you pick any jet that you want as long as it has air-to-air missiles.
I'll play this one. Just been playing it. Simulation.
Draken, that works
Okay,
very well. And I'm going to invite you into it as well. Where are you? There you are. Invite to session.
Hi.
All right. Now, we are going to show you the difference between using periodic flare release and manual flare release and why it is important to know the difference.
Yes.
Oxy shows the invisible British mug.
It's not really British, but here it is.
It's from IKEA, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know why I'm holding it like that. But
Okay, so these are the things I have. I'm going to use flares reinforced. This essentially doubles the number of flares you release with each release. It gives you a bit more, well, usability. Although it also depletes your flares faster, so keep that in mind. I'm going to have a countermeasure series period of 1 second, and I'm going to drop 4 flares every time with a period in between them of 0.1 seconds. This is the most important. You want them to be as close as possible. I'm going to spawn. Start of the duel is in a few seconds. Now I'm going to fly in front of you, try and slot in behind me. You should have no issues with that since you are faster than me.
okay.
Way faster than me, in fact. Going to take a right over here.
Okay.
Alright, now.
I want
Try
to wait
to-
until the timer ticks down. I don't know if I can launch missiles before.
Oh yeah, no, you can't. Has to be 20 seconds still. That is
Okay.
fine.
Roger that.
If a missile doesn't miss, is it an aisle? Get out.
That's quite good. I like that. I actually haven't heard that before. That's cool.
You are a bit close here, Tom. Can
Okay.
you get a little bit away there?
If I had my elevator controls, I would.
Work for it, Tom. You can do it.
Okay.
Okay, Tom's going to get a lock on. Fire the missile when you are ready.
Okay. I am firing now.
Missile is out. Missile is coming in. Well, would you look at that? It worked.
Would you look at that?
Curious. Which, by the way, I actually think I messed up my keybinds there.
Oh.
I did, didn't I?
Beam.
Okay, this worked terribly. Hold on. I think the... Why didn't it save?
What the hell?
That is weird. Okay, so that worked because I had to reinforce flare on. Hold on. I knew something was going to go wrong. I just knew something was going to go wrong.
You
It is
just knew it.
fine. Let's do that. Add, close, continue anyway. Did it save this time? I hope it did. Counter. Okay, it did save this time. So, let me quickly actually respawn, this time with not the reinforced countermeasures. I know, experiment failed. It always happens. I knew it was going to fail. I just knew it was going to fail. Okay. I'm going to use the periodic flare release this time with the standard countermeasures so we don't have the, well, cheating, I suppose. It should... There we go. So it does flare multiple flares at the same time. Okay, Tom, see if you can get a lock on me again. Where are you?
I'm a long way away, but I'm on my way up to you.
I'm going to try not fly towards the sun since that does actually defeat missiles as well. Which, by the way, if you're flying a Draken or any other plane that doesn't have flares and you have someone behind you, fly towards the sun. It makes it a lot harder for their missiles to get a lock on you. Alright, Tom is getting a lock. Fire duel. His missile's out. I'm going to evade and I'm going to fire my flares. Ooh, that was a little bit too late. That was a little bit
I
too
was
late.
also a
should
bit
have
too
flared.
close, I think. That
Yeah,
time,
that was
to
a
be
little
fair.
bit too close. Now, you did see the missile was trying to go away, but sadly it was a bit too close. It still hit me. However, now I'm going to show you what happens if I use not the periodic flare release, but the manual flare release with only a single flare. And I try to spam it manually as much as I can, I suppose, which is not really going to work out too well.
Roger that.
This is a long-winded way of just trying to say more flares equals good,
Yeah, but at least it's interactive.
I suppose. I mean, it's not really interactive. The chat isn't really interacting in this case.
Well, I mean, it's an interactive...
But they can try it at home.
It's an interactive way of explaining the thing.
Try this at home, kids.
Yeah.
All right, let's go this time.
Okay.
By the way, also very important, you can reduce your own thermal signature even more if you use if you turn off your afterburner. Afterburners are a huge source of heat, and you can. Oh, you are actually going down a bit there.
I'm coming up, getting a wee bit closer. Hang about.
Wording, Tom.
What do you mean? That's fine.
Okay, so you can get a lock.
Okay. I will bleed a bit.
What I was saying. Oh yeah, thermal signature. If you have your afterburner on, you have a huge thermal signature. If you turn your afterburner off as you release your flares, you have a much higher chance of defeating the missiles. That actually works.
There we go.
It did the exact opposite of what I was trying to explain. I just put it down to display not having afterburner. It's fine.
Okay.
Anyway, listen to the explanation. Don't listen to the theory. God damn it. Or listen to the theory, not the practice. Flares. Use periodic countermeasure release. Don't use the manual flare release. It's going to help you a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. Damn it. I'm terrible.
No, dude. This is the positivity stream
I'm
room.
going to uninstall War Thunder.
This is the positivity room. I'll hear no such things in the positivity room.
I could actually uninstall War Thunder.
Why would you do that?
The dev server. We never use it on this PC.
Oh, true, I guess. Maybe.
I actually did it on my own personal stream at one point.
Oh.
I rage quitted, uninstalled War Thunder, just renamed the dev server to regular War Thunder.
Phony beam.
See, you can't uninstall War Thunder. I've been playing this game since 2013 and it won't let me go.
Yep.
Other plans to add countermeasure toggle, so you can add toggle between firing flares and chaff. Not that I am aware. Right now you can select your priorities, or you can select what your countermeasures actually are. You can have pure chaff, you can have pure flares, or you can have a mix of the two, including having flare priority. Flare priority, so you fire more flares than chaff. So that's the only options you have right now, but it's something you could maybe suggest on the forums. Keep in mind, some of the suggestions we made a while ago, like the interface for the night vision modification.
That were us.
Yeah, that's actually now implemented in the upcoming update now.
I remember making the mock-up of how it would look like, and it looks identical.
There you go.
Which I guess is a good thing.
Oxy, you better change the game.
I did it, Mum.
I did it, Mom. I made a change to the game I've been playing since 2013.
I done made a change. That is rate grand.
I have chair priority, goddammit. Are we doing giveaways this time? Spark, not this time. Although maybe, if we do a custom battle, you guys can participate and see if you can win. But I kind of want to save the giveaways for when the patch actually drops and we do a whole stream presenting, well, the vehicles in actual battles. Yes.
Yes.
Are we going to have a tank or a plane race today? I'm not sure. Maybe we can let the chat decide. We'll see.
Yes.
Why not just give plain flare series like helicopters have? Bam Bam, if you mean the automatic ones, I believe you can actually set that up. Although I'm not sure if... No, here's the thing, because the planes we have in the game don't really have the systems for that. Helicopters do have systems to detect incoming missiles. I don't believe any of the planes we currently have that. So it wouldn't really work. I know there's an option for it in the controls. Controls. Countermeasure. Yeah. You can bind your countermeasures to activate automatically with MAO, not sure how to say that acronym. I don't believe any of the planes we have in the game right now, however, have that. So I'm not sure if that works. Technically, you can, if the planes have the systems.
Yes.
Keep in mind, helicopters tend to be a bit more advanced than planes at this moment. What are usual giveaway rewards? Maniac. Usually we do test drives. For example, if we do a presentation on Battle Pass vehicles or event vehicles, we give away test drives so you guys can play them for a long while yourself. And usually this happens before everyone else can get them. So we kind of have a bit of exclusivity, I suppose, a bit of bragging rights of being able to play something, well, not ahead of everyone else. Content creators get them at the same time. But you can be part of the content creator club without doing content, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's one of the prizes. Giveaways for vehicles, maybe if you win a custom battle against us, for example, you can choose a vehicle that you would like to try. Every now and then when we have something very special, we also do some premium giveaways. I think, what was the last one we gave away? A Brumby, I think.
Maybe, yeah. I can't remember.
So yeah, all that good stuff. Could Warframe enable us to test the vehicles which we maybe don't have researched yet? That is not in the plans. It is very much intended that you can't test drive vehicles that you are very far away from unlocking yet. You can test drive vehicles that you don't own yet if you can currently research them. At least in the tech tree. However, there is a little trick for vehicles that are not in the tech tree. Premium aircraft, of course, by general, if you can see the premium aircraft in the tech tree, you can test flight. I believe the same with marketplace vehicles.
Yep.
Can do it as well. But there are a fair few vehicles that are actually completely hidden. Vehicles that are not premiums for sale and that are not on the marketplace. In fact, console exclusive, for example.
Yes, quite so.
So I'm going to show you a little trick that I've already shown a while ago.
While you do that, I'm going to go make another coffee and pee.
Do that. The secret documents, Tom. It's called secret documents.
Oh yeah, I'm going to go check on the secret documents.
Yes. I like how the first thing on my search history is egg emoji. Okay, let me just quickly go to the War Thunder wiki. So pay attention to the stream right now. I'm going to show you a little trick on how you can play any vehicle that is premium, event, gift, hidden. Anything that's not in the tech tree itself, you can actually play. So this is the War Thunder wiki page, which is maintained by War Thunder staff and members of the community, volunteers. And there's a little unknown trick you may not be able to, well, you may not know, which is you can search for a vehicle like, for example, let's search up the Xbox exclusive XM1 Chrysler. What we have in the game in the PC side is the XM1 GM, the General Motors version. There was this another prototype made for the Abrams, which was the XM1 Chrysler, which I don't seem to be able to find right now. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. It is a bit finicky sometimes. Maybe like this. XM1 GM, XM1 Chrysler. There we go. All right. Now notice. Keep in mind, you can't see this tank on PC. You can't see this tank on PC. It's a console exclusive. Only Xbox can access this tank. Usually. Notice that I'm logged in on my game account. So I'm logged in both in the game right now. I have the game running and I'm logged into the wiki page with my Guardian account. Curious. Curious. I hacked the game. I have an Xbox exclusive, console exclusive premium tank in my PC hangar. And I can preview it. And oh, look at that. I can also test drive it. Hacker. I'm a hacker man. Yes. I'm an absolute hacker man. So there you go. World exclusive preview of the console exclusive XM1 Chrysler, which I do not own. It doesn't appear in my tech tree. I have no way of accessing it other than the wiki. And you can do this too. So if you want to play the Abrams, you can do so. And this is actually quite interesting because with the upcoming Premium Draken, for example, you can test fly that, so you have a chance to check out how a Draken flies without having to buy it. You can test drive, what is it? The upcoming Squadron helicopter, the YA-64, a prototype of the Apache, which will be coming up as a Squadron reward vehicle, so you can test drive that as well. And for any events, you can also do this. For example, let's see. There is a special vehicle. There's a special vehicle, which is a event, not an event only. It's a developer only LAGG, LAG. The LAG 3-4. Only developers and Guardian staff have this. You can't get this. This is a very, very exclusive plane. Probably one of the rarest planes in the game. But you can still check it out in the game. There you go. What is one of the rarest planes in the game? You can't see this in the tech tree. You can't get this unless you work or support Guardian in some sort of way. But you can test fly it, and you can check out the camos as well, which, by the way, this thing is some very nice camouflages, I have to say. This thing is some very nice camouflages. Okay, this one not so much. I really like the Finnish camouflage. It's beautiful. PS4 exclusive. There is a PS4 exclusive Corsair. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Corsair VMF something. There it is. The F4U4B VMF 214. This is a PlayStation exclusive Corsair, a premium Corsair.
Xbox.
Is it Xbox exclusive? I thought it was PS4.
They've just got the Invader.
Oh, okay, never mind. So, Xbox exclusive still. It's got a nice camouflage, premium bonuses on an F44B, which is not bad at all. So, which is the Invader that is for PlayStation then?
The D5T? No.
45 DT?
That's
This
the
one?
one, yes. Oh, what was I thinking of? Brain breaking.
There you go. This is the PlayStation exclusive A26 Invader, which I remember back in the day. Holy crap, this thing had infinite energy retention.
It did.
It
I
didn't
remember,
lose any
like,
energy. It was
like,
beautiful.
Outrunning HE 162s in it. Mental. The machine keeps telling me there's no beans, but there's beans every time there's beans, and it's just telling me there's no beans, but I know there's beans.
Feed me more beans.
It won't. I'm not feeding it any more beans until it sorts itself out. Can't deal with this.
Is the German Sherman actually visible in Tech? I don't think it is.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. By the way, if you're unaware, there is a German Sherman, Hermann the German Sherman, which is the M4. Oh crap! What's it called now? 748, I think. Something like that.
I think so.
I do have it in my hangar actually. I do actually own it, but you can actually. Yep, there we go. You can search up the wiki and check it out yourself. Of course, you can't take it into actual battles, but you can do a test drive and check out the camo. Although I think we may have crushed the wiki page.
Oh. Hell yeah.
I see you guys are actually using the wiki page as well. Very good.
Very cool.
There you go. This thing is a nice, funky camo. Although, is it actually loading? Come on, show me in the game. There we go. Very, very funky camo. I remember this thing back in the day. This, by the way, was the first and only Sherman in the game for a long while.
And it was wild and
It was wild. It was beautiful. This was sold during the close beta testing of Ground Forces. It was one of the packs you could get to get access to the CBT, as far as I'm aware. And it was the first Sherman in the game. Back in the day, we only had Russia and Germany. The US weren't in the game yet. And as soon as the US came out, and people forgot that this thing existed, you could troll people so well.
Lorks and Lordy, you certainly could. It was, like, it still is, like, incredible.
It is, but sadly, of course, now people are a bit more used to it because you have Shermans in pretty much every nation except for Sweden. So it's not quite as effective anymore. But I used to go into RB, park somewhere with my gun pointed towards my own spawn. People would drive past me thinking I was a dead teammate, and then I would just yeet him from behind.
I remember doing the same thing with the TV back in the day when that came
Yes,
out.
the Russian Panther. Yes.
I used to play Sim-A-Lot with that, and it's just you'd hang out, drive into the enemy spawn, and they were like, hi, and then you could just sort of trundle around together, make some friends.
The Russian CBT vehicle, by the way, was the T-34 prototype.
Yep.
Which I don't actually have this one. I generally do not have this one. So this is going to be a new one for me. Tom, you do have this one. What's the difference between this and some of the other T-34s?
It used to be slightly faster. It used to have like an extra bit of horsepower in the engine, but now all of them have that. So it's
Lamp.
essentially identical apart from the lamp and the way the lower plate rounds. It's one continuous
Oh, yeah.
slope. So it's a little bit. If you go into the armor view, you should be able to see it. It's one
Oh,
continuous.
yeah, it
slope.
is.
So
Curious.
it's a little bit weaker, but functionally it's the same. It used to be faster, but not anymore.
I gotta say, this is a very, very funky gun mantle, I have to say.
I
Look
think
at
that's
that.
the same. But
I think it is. Is it?
I think so.
Hold on, let me quickly check the other ones. I never seen the gun metal like that. Or maybe it's just the lamp that is throwing me off.
Maybe, yeah.
It might just be the lamp. Oh.
The mounting may be different. But yeah, on the they also have an internal spool liner as well. Hi.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I had that. Okay, you're right. The mantle is the same.
If you look behind the mantlet with the armor view, you should be able to sneak a look behind it. There's I don't know if you maybe look at an extreme angle. There's an
Trying
extra
to.
bit of armor underneath. Maybe you can't see it.
I
No,
don't seem to be able
used
to
to.
get a proper...
Yeah, there is a spool liner behind it that the prototype has too.
Oh, there you go. Hidden armor buff. Yes, very nice. So yeah, there you go. If you want to check out the vehicles that are event vehicles, premium vehicles that have been removed from sale, gift vehicles of events past, console exclusive, use the War Thunder wiki and you can check them out in your hangar. Mike, show your exclusive nuclear Jaguar. Not on this account, not on the live server. If you were on the dev server, I may. May. By the way, have you seen the camos of the F40J Kai?
Yes.
Holy crap!
Holy crap.
They're
pretty cool.
amazing.
They're really nice, actually, yeah.
Okay, the blue one not so much. I don't like the gray on the blue
Is it
camo.
supposed to be that grey?
I don't think it is.
We'll have to
I'm not going to say
inquire
anything though.
about this.
We'll
But
just,
yeah,
we'll just stay quiet about it. But yeah, there's some celebration camos for the upcoming FREJ Kai, a white version and a black version. If you Google them, you may probably be able to find them. It's something like 302nd Squadron anniversary skin, stuff like that. And they are amazing.
they are pretty nice.
I love them.
I agree. Big agree.
Stecke, is there still a way for PSN users who have migrated to PC to unlink their accounts? I know it was the thing for Xbox, I'm sure about PlayStation. Honestly, your best bet is to Google it. We do have FAQs on pretty much everything, and you may be able to find an FAQ of if that is possible, and if it is, how you can do it. I vaguely remember you could do that at some point. I'm not sure if it's still active though.
Yes.
Any more questions? When is the mouse coming back? Welcome, Matt. If we decide to do it like we did last year, where the mouse came back for the Warframe anniversary in November, if this happens to be a yearly thing, which we don't have any confirmation yet right now, we don't know what the final decision is, expect the mouse to be available again in November. Again, this is not confirmation. This is just saying this is how it was last year. We hope it's going to be the same this year. We don't know what the exact plans are. But if it is going to be the same, you can expect the mouse in November during the Warframe anniversary. And how it was last year, by the way, is you didn't have to buy the mouse. You didn't have to fully research the mouse even. The mouse became available in Tech Tree for research for a limited time, I believe 1 to 2 weeks, stuff like that.
Yep.
And you didn't have to finish the research in that time. All you had to do was put a single RP into the research of the mouse. And you, right now, if you didn't finish the research, you can still right now finish that research if you have done that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. All you need to do to get the mouse, if the same thing happens like last year, is that you have Tier 4 Germany unlocked. I think it's Tier 4. Is it the mouse Tier 4 or is it Tier 5?
Tier 5.
It might be, yeah, it is Tier 5. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah. All you need to do is have Tier 5 unlocked. If you have Tier 5 unlocked and the mouse comes back in the same way that it did last year, you can get the mouse very, very easily. Just one game. That's all you need. Well, not to unlock it, but to at least have the chance of unlocking it at any point.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, sorry, I can't read your name. Mneram? Yes, you need to at least have Tier 5 unlocked. Of course, you don't need to have any Tier 5 tanks themselves. It should be an independent research. You just have to have enough Tier 4 tanks to unlock Tier 5, and then you should be able to get it, if it happens to be the same. Will the F4E Phantom in US get guided bombs? Mackenzie, not in this patch as far as I'm aware. At least it didn't get any guided bombs on the dev server, but in the future, who knows? In the future, it is very much possible. The Phantom did carry guided bombs as far as I'm aware in real life. Some version of them at least. So it might be something. It may be something we see in the future for sure.
Yes.
Eurofighter and Tornado for Germany, UK, and Southern Tech Tree. Not this patch. You may want to wait if that ever happens. Not saying anything.
Yes.
Warden, I don't know about that. On the dev server, pretty much everything is work in progress. We don't know how things will be on final release. Hence why on the night stream, on the dev stream, we did say in big bold letters, this thing right here, work in progress. It's in continuous development. We are, of course, not developers ourselves, so we can't answer all the intricate details of every single weapon, how they will be in the final release. You will have to wait until the, final release to try it out. And if you find that something is not performing according to what it should, you can always leave a bug report. Properly sourced, of course. And by properly sourced, I don't mean secret documents, okay? Please don't go to court-martial prison, okay? We have rules. Read up on the rules of what you can submit, how to submit documentation, what kind of documentation we can accept. And, yeah, you can fix stuff in the game. Yes? Yes.
Yes.
Will we have more naval tech trees in the future? I'm pretty sure so.
I guess so.
I would be very surprised if we didn't have more naval trees in the future.
Yeah, that's a better way of putting it, I think.
I mean, especially France. France had a huge naval tree.
Yeah, dude, they got some cool stuff.
Then they all sank themselves, but, that works.
Dude, they've got that submarine with, like, the battleship gun on it.
Hold on, they had a submarine with a battleship gun on it?
I'm pretty sure they did.
Oh,
I don't
God.
know if it was like an actual battleship gun, but it was like a really high caliber gun.
I hope it was only a single gun, though, not a full turret.
I think it was like a little gun. I don't know. I think that's the one that disappeared. I know they had a submarine that just vanished.
Oh. There were a few nuclear submarines that vanished at the same
Yeah.
time, which was spooky.
Yeah, I remember that.
This is not confirmation of submarines, by the way. This is just us going off on a tangent. How did the thing not roll over every time it fired, though?
I don't know. I don't know what gun it was. I just know it was a really big gun, and it was quite cool. And that might be the one that vanished. But
Will we get a drop tank in the game? Oh, if you mean fuel drop tanks, why? Okay, maybe with stuff like the Viggen, I can kind of see it. If we had Viggen and EC and during confrontation at the same time, I can kind of see the need for more fuel. But in general, fuel tanks don't really make much sense in the gameplay standpoint because you can already take more fuel than you're ever going to need in a battle on the vast majority of vehicles. Not saying we aren't going to be seeing fuel tanks in the future. I don't know, but it's definitely not something that is in priority. Yeah, Submarines was in April Fool's twice, technically. We had an April Fool's event and we had a read one. And I think I missed out on both of them.
man, no good.
Can we get a real next-gen patch? The graphics is the same like PS4, but 60 FPS. Well, Kenji is there. You kind of answered your own question. Is the problem. We have to keep in mind that the vast majority of people right now do not run PlayStation 5s or Xbox Series X/X. They are still quite hard to find right now. So we have to cater to the vast majority of the console player base, which is still on the last gen.
Yes.
Are AIM-7E2s planned for the F4E this update? I didn't see them on the US Phantoms. I did see them on the EJ Kai. I can't recall if the US Phantoms also got them on the dev server. When will the radio operator be useful? Rezail, I'm going to let you into a little trick. The radio operator is literally the most useful cannon fodder in the game. Whilst we don't have hit points on tanks like certain other games, and you have to kill a tank by either killing the majority of crew or blowing the ammo rack up or fuel tank, the more crew you have, the more survivable your vehicle is. Stuff like, for example, the Neubaufahrzeug. Let me see if I can quickly find it. Where it be? Wait, didn't the Kachi have a ton of crew? I think it did.
Yeah.
Kachi, this thing right here. It's beautiful.
Great.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. This thing right here. The boat on land. By itself, the vehicle is alright. It does have very good frontal armor, but the side armor is crap. The gun is decent. Very good actually for the battle tracking, not gonna lie. But what really sets this thing apart is the amount of crew you have. You have a driver, you have a machine gunner, you have machine gunners in the back who don't even do anything, and of course your main third crew. And all these crew can substitute our crew that gets taken out and essentially makes you survive more shots. So, radio operators, I wish I had a radio operator on every tank, because it would mean probably one more shot I could survive. What else do we have? War Thunder update when? Soon. Very soon, TM. We did have the second death server. I don't believe there will be a third one. So expect the update very, very, very soon. Not this week. Just putting that out there. You won't see the update tomorrow or today.
Yes.
Just saying.
Quite so.
Is Brazil coming to game anytime soon? Oh god, the meme is turning real. If we don't go to Brazil, Brazil will come to us, won't it?
Oh god, no.
Porra. I think I can say that. I think it's not hard. Yes, it's fine. Give us the titanium bathtub. I want the A10 as well. I know. See, here's the thing. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. This is not my whole... I need to make an aluminium tinfoil hat at some point. Yes. My conspiracy theory, okay? Updated gun sounds. The brrrt on the M61 and that Russian 30mm sounds amazing right now. Not on the live server, on the dev server. On the live server when the patch releases. Got the bombs. Curious.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. The thing is, the A10 would be absolutely useless.
It depends what else it's sort of fighting and what if it gets missiles or whatever. But,
That's the thing.
yeah.
In Warframe, they would not fight what it fought in real life, which was countries with no air support or radar SPAA.
Yeah.
Let me tell you one thing, and this is going to to disappoint a lot of people. The A10 will never live up to the hype that you guys are giving it. It will never be as good in Warframe as you want it to be. Because it actually faces things that shoot back at it in War Thunder. Radar SPAA, enemy jet fighters with missiles. It's a very, very slow jet. Very slow jet, in fact. And you simply can't evade radar SPA and all the good stuff. So don't expect the A10 if and when it comes into the game. Don't expect to do with it what you are, well, wishing you could do. That's all I'm going to say.
Indeed.
Yep, for it to be effective, it needs complete air superiority, that is for sure. Oh yeah, Top Gun was delayed. Sad. Did you see that? It was originally meant to release in 2019, and now it got delayed to 2022.
Oh man, that kind of sucks. I guess it's hard to make a movie like that right now, but
As far as I think the scenes themselves are all done, they just have to do the air scenes, which is the hard part of coordinating that with
okay.
current situation. So yeah,
Yeah.
sad.
Meh.
Big sad. Oh yeah, of course, tank shooting back as well. Well. Oh, that's a good question, actually. Tom, what is your serotonin vehicle in War Thunder?
I have a funny answer to that, but I can't say it. I don't know. I don't really play vehicles for that. I sort of play stuff to either just spade them or get all the camos. Like, I never really play this game wanting to play something that I like. So I'm not really sure. I don't really have one, I think. What about you?
I think you know what my answer is. I just need to actually find it first. Where is it? Where did I put it? Why can I never find the lineups I made? Oh, there we go. I'm going to let Chad guess what my serotonin vehicle is. It has 2 words. It starts with W, the first word, and the second word starts with B. It's the Watermelon Brumbe, of course. I just love it. Look at it! Look at that boy!
Look at that boy.
Look at him go!
Look at
He's got quite a collection, actually. He's been getting around. He's been getting around. The Brumbeer. I just love the Brumbeer. I don't play it nearly as much as I wanted to, sadly. But this thing has just gotten better and better over the years. I mean, it has the Ostketten now, the Winterketten, these super wide tracks which make it look menacing, absolutely menacing. And it also recently got this skin, the Tricolor MNH camouflage, which if you scale it down and align it correctly, it looks like a watermelon. It makes this thing look like a watermelon, and I absolutely love it. So, yeah, there you go. It gets better with age.
Yeah.
I was going to say like a fine watermelon, but I don't think that works.
Well, the one in the fridge attested to that. It was
Yes,
a month. it was
very
in
much
there.
so. Although, to be fair, it did last a long while.
It did. I just want to know who ate it. Still don't know.
I want to know who ate it just to give them my condolences.
I mean, it did have your face on it. Like a
Even
month.
more so, yes, doubly.
So it probably tastes like tape, which is, well, I don't know. I love watermelon, though. I remember with my aunt devouring an entire one at a wedding once when we were like 10.
Holy crap. Especially when you were 10.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It was quite an event. That made the wedding for me, actually. That was brilliant.
Someone asked about the Mirage F1 in the next update. No Mirage F1 in the next update. When plane race? I guess we can actually do that right now.
Yes.
Are we feeling like a custom battle, lads? Are we feeling like a custom battle? Let me actually see if I still have them. If not here, I think I have them on my backup. I had a slight issue with my custom battles where my entire session just wiped.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the exploration map. Let me see if I can quickly find an air race. Another one of those things that are mods on live.warframe.com. You can find custom missions that you can host yourself. All these missions, hold on. If you go to the custom battles on the option over here, battles, custom battles, you can find these weird custom battles that are links. And you think, oh my god, it's a phishing link, it's a scam.
Scam man.
Don't worry, you're safe. You can enter these lobbies, no problem. Depending on the mission, they might of course crash your PC, but these are safe. These are within the game. These are custom hosted, modded versions of maps we have in the game that you may not be able to play otherwise. And usually what you can do with these is get all vehicle types on one map. For example, you can have boats, battleships, helicopters, planes, and tanks all on the same map playing together with 64 players, which is kind of amazing. So yeah, I highly recommend checking out some of these out. This one is actually quite nice. This is essentially the hangar. You can drive around in the hangar in a custom battle with other people. It's generally chaos, but I recommend checking it out. Now, one of the ones that we like to do on the stream is custom battles with the viewers. We have Tank Football, which is basically like Rocket League, but with tanks. We have tank races. And we have plane races, and we haven't done a plane race in a long while.
You haven't actually. Yeah, it's been a while.
So I need to find them, however. So Tom, I think we have to make the people suffer a little bit more. Do you have another page?
Christ's sake. Yes.
This, by the way, is a reward for 10,000 snail eggs, which is our viewer currency on Twitch. You can request us to read a page out of the Minecraft joke book, which is just absolute cringe and terrible.
Yeah. Why did the zombie run away from the player? This is awful. Not even a joke.
Because he had a sword?
Because he was playing with fire.
Meh.
It's not even noteworthy, is it?
I just realized I can't say sword.
No?
Sword.
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 Sword. That sounds very Swedish.
It does actually, yeah.
Sword.
Sword.
See, I can say squirrel just fine. Just I can't say.
Some interesting mouth movements going on there.
Or the alternate version of hairbrush. I can't say that either.
Oh yes. Lovely comb. What do you call a group of zombies?
A rave?
Mobsters.
I had worse than that. I had worse.
Two Minecraft zombies were fighting. Which one came out alive?
None of them. They're both dead.
Literally what it says.
That's not even a joke.
No, it just says neither. They're both dead. So, yeah, it's just a statement. It's not comedy, is it?
It's not. It's like these streams. They're not funny.
No, well, obviously not. What did the zombie say when she broke up with her zombie boyfriend? You can guess.
Smell you later?
No, you can guess it. You can guess it. One more guess.
Yeah,
you can do it.
You break my heart.
You can do it.
You eat my brains. What was the question again?
What did the zombie say when she broke up with her zombie boyfriend?
I generally don't know. What is
You're
it?
dead to me.
Oh, come on! That's such low-hanging fruit. It's not even funny.
Yep, it certainly is.
Ooh.
This one again is not a joke. What does a vegan Minecraft zombie eat? You expect a clever punchline to this, but it's just objective.
A vegan Minecraft zombie?
Yep.
Vegan villagers?
Raw potatoes, mushrooms, and grains. Which is just a statement, isn't it? That's like asking a question. It's not a joke. And this other one, if you don't guess this, I'll be upset. What is a zombie's favorite TV show? Please get this.
The Walking Dead?
Yes, dude.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
That's it?
That's it. That's all it is. That was one of the most bleak, bland pages I've ever read. That's like going to Croydon. That's awful.
Every day this book surprises me more with how awful it can
And
be.
there's still like the vast majority to go. So that's going to be fun, isn't it?
Why?
I don't. there been any more? I did think.
See, we were toying with the idea of giving this book away when we were done with it, giving it away to one of the viewers, right? Do we want to put him through this kind of suffering, though? I don't think that's a giveaway at this point. That's a threat to your life.
Well, maybe, but I mean, it's a piece of history, isn't it? I suppose. I mean, a really benign one, but even so.
Okay, I found some air races. Now, we have a few maps. I'm going to quickly do a poll in the chat, and you guys can decide which air race map we do. Now, for these kinds of air races, you do want to be bringing out a prop. I haven't really found an air race that's made for jets yet, which is a bit sad. So I do want to bring out something like a tier 3, tier 4 prop. Keeping that in mind, I'm going to launch a poll in the Twitch chat, okay? A poll in the Twitch chat where you guys can decide what airplane race we do to end off this stream. So let me quickly set it up. We have a few options. Custom battle air race choice, that works. We have a map on the Caribbean air race. We have a map on the Japan ground map, which is quite beautiful. I think we raced that one before.
Mm-hmm.
We have Cologne, which is advanced to the Rhine, so you can fly around the Dome. We have Italy, which could actually be quite interesting. Italy has some nice elevation features. And we have one that I'm not actually sure if it still works, but I'm going to put it in poll anyway. Which is the April Fool's map of... Oh, what year was it? 2019, I want to say? Or 2020? 2019, 2020?
I really can't remember. I don't remember playing the last one much.
I think 2019. I can't quite recall. The one with the actual UFOs. There was a custom map made for exactly that specific April Fool's, which is quite impressive. It's a full-on city.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Although that one can't really carry as many players. There's a bit of a, performance issue on that map. I'm not even sure if it works anymore, but we're going to put it in the poll anyway, just so we can check it out. Okay. The poll will be up for the next 2 minutes. You can also get some extra votes in by paying with your snags. Is that she going to start? Hello? 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 Can you quickly check if there's nothing in there? Is there?
What?
It's not letting me start the poll, which is sad. Why is it not letting me start the poll? Twitch, fix your stuff.
Please.
Nope, it's not letting me start the poll. Oh?
There we go.
Why? Okay.
We work.
Poll is live. Anyway, you can find it if you click on the drop-down box on the top of your Twitch chat. You should be able to find the poll over there. And whatever you guys vote on is what we are going to be playing with you guys, of course. A custom battle race versus us. Well, whoever wins, I guess. Yes. Yes. In the meantime, let's see what other chat we have over here. What am I doing? That's not alright. There we go. What do we have? What is the chance for the MiG-29 and F-16? Looky, you can play against them right now. Just download the mod by Averick if you're playing on PC. Not in the main game. Not for a long while, if ever, I have to say. We are still very, very, very far away from that kind of power.
Yes.
Sammy G, why is there no more 11.0 for custom battles? I just noticed that, actually. I don't know why. Might be a slight error. I'm guessing it will be returning with the next update. I have no idea.
It could be a rollback, maybe.
Yeah, it could be. Please read. French submarine was called Soukouf, bless you, with a 203mm gun.
Yep.
That's quite big.
It do. Pretty cool.
Can we get the aircraft that the United States Air Force is developing right now, even though none of us know what it is? Yes, absolutely. I'm going to guess it's called, hold on, we had F-22, F-35, should I stoop that low? I was going to say F-69. F-42.
Well, you've done it now.
No, let's call it F-42. The answer to everything.
The damage is done.
F-42. Confirmed F-42 coming to War Thunder before the US even develops it. That's how I know it's good. Yes. Well, crap. I did warn you guys that this map might have some performance issues, and of course, all of you voted for it. So I guess we're going to be playing Future City then. Okay. I really hope it still works. It might not work. If it doesn't work, we'll play Japan, which was the second option. Most voted. So let me see if we can find the link. Okay, so this is a mission made by TIE Fighter. I'm actually going to leave the link down below so you can check out his profile. He made a bunch of airplane races, so you can check it out. And this is one of them, Future City Air Race. Now, all you have to do to host this kind of custom battle is copy the mission link. You don't actually have to download the mission itself. You can download the mission file if you want to do stuff like altering the time of day or weather conditions, for example. But you don't need to download the mission file itself. Only copy the link, go to War Thunder, and if you have the option to, it might not be available to everyone. You go to battles, custom battles, create a session, and if you have this option here, this tab, missions by URL, you can host custom links, custom battles. You add a mission, you give it a name, Future City Air Race, and down here you just Ctrl V to paste the mission URL. Now, is this actually going to work though? That is the question. It is not. So,
Right.
okay. Sadly, the April Fool's maps sometimes get removed from the game to save on file space. So, I'm afraid Future City is not available anymore. Sorry, that actually makes me sad. It was the map that held out the longest.
Oh yeah, it was in for a while actually.
It was in for a long while. Okay, so this didn't quite work. That is just fine though. We're going to pick another mission instead, which is Japan. Japan was the second most voted option. So let's go with that. I'm going to leave the link to this also down below in the chat. There you go. We're going to copy the mission link, go back to War Thunder. We're going to modify this mission just because I can't really use it. So let's do Japan Air Race. I'm going to delete this link, which is going to take a while because there's a bunch of symbols and numbers. There you go. Paste the new link, apply, and this should work just fine. It is just a Grand RB map, so no issues there. Okay, now we are going to do a custom battle with you guys. You guys can join. Only 32 players, I'm afraid. These maps don't support more than 32 players. Which, hold on, there we go. Nope. Yeah. Where? There. Yes. All right, 32 players. You guys can join by joining a chat room, which I'm going to create in a second, okay? I'm just going to set this up real quick so you guys can't see the custom battle password. Aviation, any country, yes. Labs 2 should be fine. We're going to race in... Oh, do you guys want to do realistic or arcade? What do you feel like, Tom? Is that arcade? Or realistic?
Realistic.
Realistic. Okay, we're going to do a realistic battle race, which... Oh god, what am I even going to take? You can bring any plane that you want, by the way, so if you want to meme around with a BV238, be our guest. You're not going to get very far. I'm going to invite Oxy in real quick.
Oh yes.
There you go. I think, personally, I'm going to go with the classic. F8 F1B. This should be quite nice. And now, I'm going to create a chat room down below on the bottom right corner, which is currently... Hold on, there we go. Down below on the bottom right corner, you can see my cursor over here. Open up the chat and go to chats. There are a bunch of chat rooms over here. I believe these are localized to your game language, so if you're not playing the game in English, you might not be able to see the chat room that I'm about to create. Sorry, can't really do anything about that. I'm going to create a chat room, which is going to be called Custom Race. There we go. So, it should now be in the chat room list. Hopefully you can find it. Click on it and write something in this chat. Myself and Tom are going to be picking people at random from this from the list of people who are typing here. Okay? So, yeah, there you go. All right. First people are in. Let me see if I can actually get the first person in. There we go. Of course, we have some people who already know how this works, so they have been here quite quickly. Keep in mind there's only 32 spots open, so you may not be able to join. I'm sorry, that is just the nature of, well, people watching streams and wanting to interact. Yep. Make sure you don't miss out on your invite, by the way, otherwise you may lose it. And we should be very nearly full now. Okay, we are full. We are full. We are full. We are full. As you can see, we are full. Lots of eggs in the chat. I like that. All right. We have 32 players. I'm going to be bringing out the F8 F1B. What are you going to be bringing out?
I don't know.
I don't think you're much into winning.
No, I mostly just sort of sit here and be annoying with some more jokes because we did get someone else, I think.
Oh no. You can bring something rare. What's the rarest plane you own?
I have the plane from the Alpha.
The TO2?
No, the Q15.
Oh.
That one's kind of dull.
Yeah. You can bring jets if you want to, by the way. You can bring jets if you want to. Just keep in mind that this race was designed for props, so you might not be able to have a great time. Sorry for putting you on the spot there, Tom.
I'm thinking.
Well, while Tom is thinking, we'll see. That's an... I thought you were going to bring that out.
It was just kind of hanging out there. I don't know for what reason.
I think at some point we should do a Harrier helicopter mode race.
Could be kind of fun.
Even better, actually. Actual helicopters versus Harriers. That could be nice. You can bring any plane that you want. Just keep in mind that if you actually want to win the race, you want to bring something that is fast and nimble. A nice fighter. Although I won't stop you for bringing out P-8s or stuff like that. Guns and bombs are disabled, so you can't really do anything. It is just fine. Okay, I think everyone is good to go. Okay, that's a nice choice. That's a nice choice.
Yeah.
We can start this race. Everyone who's in the custom lobby, ready up. Ready up. You don't want to miss the start. And we will do a race. The limit on BR is 10.7 just because it's the highest it goes right now in custom battles. So no 11.0 jets, I'm afraid. I can't do anything about that. You can bring anything between 1.0 to 10.7 in RB mode. Does the winner get a prize? Yes. If someone who isn't myself or Tom wins, we shall arrange a prize. Not sure what yet. We'll figure it out. As we do. Winner gets watermelon tank. We've done it before. I don't think it really fits with air race. We need to do something air related.
Yes.
We'll see. We'll see.
Will.
How do we make our own race? Tiad, you might want to rewatch the VOD after the stream ends. I did the explanation a few minutes ago. You can follow that and see it. Now keep in mind, the option to create custom missions via links is limited. I don't know what the exact requirement is. I believe it is that you have to have bought something on the Gaijin store before. I think it's related to that. So if you've never bought anything before, you might not have the option. If you have the option, you probably have bought something before. I'm not sure what the value is. I'm not sure how much you need to buy. If that even is a requirement, this is what I'm throwing out in the air here.
Yep.
Okay, I think we are good to go. We are good to go indeed. Let's start this race. We have 32 players. Well, 30 and myself and Tom. May the best racer win.
Just checking.
I saw that look. I saw that look, Tom.
Just checking.
Is the J34A worth it? Ooh, hard to say. It does have a pretty low battle rating for Draken. It doesn't get the M9Js, however. I believe it only got the RB24s, which are equivalent to the M9Bs, which aren't amazing. The J35A also has less engine power than the J35D.
Hello.
Oh, God.
Hi.
I have a feeling this is going to go terribly.
Is that collision from the very start?
I don't think from the very start, but like a second after. So, good luck, I say. We're going to see. There's a lot of BB238s here. Oh god, it's going to be chaos.
Yep.
Goodbye frame rates.
Bye.
Oop. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Oh hey, I'm actually first. There we go. Okay, back to Draken. I don't know, if you like fast and nimble planes, then yes, I do like the Draken myself. It's an absolutely beautiful plane to fly. Of course, the J35A is going to be slower and doesn't have the same armaments, but it should be very nimble. I'm pretty sure you can still pull Cobras with that thing, so... Definitely worth it just for the Cobras! I missed the checkpoint, it's fine, I'll just die.
I'm just going in circles.
That works just fine.
I think Sia requested some jokes, so I should probably get to that.
Minecraft jokes whilst racing. Holy crap, that's a 2-in-1 right here.
Okay.
Gun Monkey, yes I am. I am Mike Goes Boom.
Right. So, what did the noob say to the zombie?
Ah!
Close. Nothing. The zombie killed the noob.
Didn't you? No, we read that one before.
No.
We
this
had
is
the.
like-
No, I'm pretty sure we had the joke before.
unless it's like completely repeated, which it might be, but this is a new
It might
page.
actually genuinely be, but I know for a fact I heard that joke before.
Okay, what is a skeleton's favorite song?
Oh, the coffin dance.
Not that clever. Can't torch this.
What?
I think they do burn them. No, they don't in the sun, do they?
They do.
Oh,
That's
well,
the thing. They do. They definitely do. These
What-
people don't even know Minecraft.
They don't even know Minecraft. Wait.
Terrible. Unpoggers.
What do Endermen hate more than being stared at?
Mirrors?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, that's the joke. That's the punchline.
See, a joke like that, a pun like that only works when the answer is unexpected, not when it's the lowest hanging fruit possible.
Yeah. This does... What do you call an Enderman who spends all of his time at the gym?
Slenderman has been taken before, so...
No, that's part of it.
Gainerman?
A pumped up Slenderman. Which I don't. That doesn't work. Like these aren't even. You can't even riff on these because they don't make any sense.
Have you given this book a 1-star review on Amazon yet?
No, because I mean I haven't gotten to the end yet.
I don't think it gets better. I think that's been mathematically proven at this point. It won't get better.
Who went into a witch's hut and came out alive?
The witch?
Yes.
You know things are bad when I'm guessing them.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe this, man. Oh. What goes cackle, cackle, boo?
A creeper with a funny bone?
No, a witch who mixes TNT with a bad potion. They're not even... These are getting worse. I think they genuinely are getting worse. How many more do we have in the backlog?
Too many. Way too many. I haven't been keeping track. My mind is in another place right now. We literally had one single good joke in this entire book.
There was one good joke so far. I'll do another one then, for the time being, while I'm flying in a straight line. Why wasn't it a big deal when the zombie blew up his own stove? I think you can guess this one too.
I don't know.
Because zombies prefer raw food. Again, it's not a joke. It's not a punchline to a joke, is it?
It's just this entire book is just pain, and that's coming from me. I like to see myself as a master baiter. This book is just terrible. I'm sorry.
What do you get if you cross a witch with a snow block?
I was going to say frozen witch, but not with the W.
A cold spell. That's kind of work. What? This one's okay.
Is it though?
Yeah, well, compared
it
to the
though?
others, it's okay. What's the difference between a musician and a zombie?
A musician and a zombie? I'm at a loss.
One composes and the other decomposes.
Okay,
That's kinda sweet.
okay,
That's kinda
okay. I can
cute.
see that.
That's
I can
one of the
see
better
that.
ones so far.
I mean, it's still a children's joke book that was put in, but okay, I can see that.
Yeah. Why did the skeleton stay indoors on a sunny day? Again, a statement.
So it didn't burn up?
He wanted to avoid sunburn.
I mean,
It's like, that's fine. I do that.
I do that too.
Yeah, it's not relevant to skeletons at all, is it?
Maybe we are the skeletons, Tom.
Yes,
Maybe
are.
we have been Minecraft mobs this entire time.
I mean, as Bradbury said, there is a skeleton in all of us.
Maybe we have written this book. We are the cringe.
And then you became skeleton. That's such an old.
Yes.
That's such an old meme.
M. Night Shyamalan. Plot twist.
How do you make a creeper smile?
Gets very close to him and snuggle.
No, you turn him upside down. think it's because
I need to be turned upside down now.
Okay. What did the zombie say to the Minecraft player as opposed to the regular player?
Tasty?
I love you for your brain.
Okay, that's not the worst. It still doesn't make me laugh, but at least it didn't make me cringe.
I don't really get the joke aspect to that.
I think honestly, we need to reevaluate our expectations with this book. It's not about making us laugh. This is not a joke book. We should be happy with the ones that don't make us want to commit Sudoku. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that cringe the least are the best ones. Oh god.
Oh,
Ooh, sabotage!
on the next page, they repeat the same joke. Well, they have a slightly different joke, but the punchline is identical. Less than like 4 jokes apart, the punchline is exactly the same. It's where do zombies go on vacation, and where do zombies like to go swimming? And the answer to both is the Dead Sea. Who's done that? Did they just forget they did that already? Literally minutes apart in writing these.
How many jokes are supposed to be in that book?
Over 800.
Yeah, they had to do some padding. By the way, sorry to that key. Who was it? I think Turbo in the Key 43. You did very well. The Key 43 is actually a very good plane on this map. Lots of close turns. KB too strong, I know. I just like to say Sudoku for the meme. It's funny in my mind. I'm German, okay? Wow, the streamer won rigged. Gecko, I didn't actually see you in the chat this time. I didn't actually see you in the chat. Boanes, I'm sorry, we won't have time for another race today. This is sadly going to be it for today. We are going to be back tomorrow with Enlisted. If you like more War Thunder, you can also check out Tom's Monday stream at noon 30 GMT. And we're both going to be back next week on Thursday as well. Hopefully with some new content. We don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We shall see. If you have any last questions, let's see if we can do one last question. Just spam some questions in the chat. I want to see if we can find something interesting. You can't talk, Mike. German words are bad enough. I know, right? Rindfleisch-Etikettierungsüberwachungsaufgabenübertragungsgesetz. See, I don't necessarily mumble all the way whilst I do German. It's weird how languages work.
Crazy how it be that way.
Crazy how it be that way. Best tea brand and best eggs. Too low.
I don't really know. I sort of like the regular stuff.
Here's actually an interesting one.
Yeah.
This got to be hard to figure out. Tom, do you remember what your first Ace vehicle was?
The vehicle I first got the Ace Crew on? Or like...
Maybe let's do both. The one you first got all the modifications on and the one you first got a 5-kill game with.
Oh, first 5-kill game. I think it was the Hurricane Mark 1 late.
That's one of the 12 machine guns, isn't it?
I think it's only got 8, the Mark 1 late. The 2B has the 12.
Right.
I think the first vehicle I aced in terms of crew was... I think it was the Chaika. Or the A20G.
To be fair, Chaika was very easy to do that with.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the Chaika was like bully back in the day.
Absolutely.
Same for like
it still
the
is to
A20.
some degree.
It is, yeah. Same with the A20, that thing.
You meant Ace Crew. So yeah,
okay.
You got Chaika.
Yeah, that was the... I can't remember, because back in the day, there was this feature that isn't in the game anymore. It's when you accumulated a certain amount of XP, it was like millions, you'd get this little big tick mark next to your plane for like completing it. And it also meant that you'd earn like only 1/10 of experience while playing it, so you couldn't really play it much after doing that for some reason. So yeah, that was a feature in there. And that one I think was for the A20. Was the first one back in the day. I love that thing. It's very fun.
That was often just telling you to stop playing this plane. God damn it!
Yeah, it definitely was. But yeah, what was yours?
Hard to say because I don't really remember. It's been a while ago. I remember I played a lot of the IL-2 in arcade mode when I first started playing.
Yeah,
that thing was amazing. I can't recall if I first aced it though. I don't know. It's hard to say really.
Mm-hmm.
I do know the plane that stuck with me the most because it's the plane I first got a kill with in Air RB. I tried to make a jump. I was doing content already at the time, and I tried to make a jump from arcade mode into realistic mode in air. This was before tanks even came out. And I decided to go down the American line, which in hindsight wasn't the best idea for people starting out in an RB, but I did it anyway. And I vividly still remember this one game in 2013 when I had my Corsair, the first Corsair, and I had an ARB match, and I was the last player left standing against, I believe it was 3 Russian planes.
Mm-hmm.
My heart was beating like crazy. That was the first time I ever did an invade, like a proper evade of a plane coming onto me. I evaded him, made him overshoot. I think he crashed. I managed to shot one of them down, and then I crashed into a tree.
Oh. In typical Mike fashion.
That was when it was born. That was when My Goose Boom was really born.
Yes.
All the way back as a wee lad. I think I was still 17 back in the day.
Wasn't one of your first ever YouTube videos Arcade IL-2 gameplay?
Yes, it was. Actually, my very first Warframe video, I believe it was, yeah. All the videos before that, I recorded with a camera on my screen.
I did the same thing with Pikmin 2 in like 2008.
Good old times, man. Good old times.
I was Let's Playing on YouTube like when it came out.
You started early, holy crap.
Yeah, they weren't very good because I just filmed the screen with a camera, but still, it was a thing. And it sort of, well...
Guys, behold, the first YouTube gamer.
Yep. That me.
Yeah, no, I'm only 27. I know my hairdo kind of makes me look way older, but I'm only 27. I know.
I'm 32. So.
Yes. Tom is actually my daddy.
Oh. If only you could see all the grey hairs I have. They're way more visible in person. The camera kind of keys them out, but most of my, well, in about 5 years, they will be completely white. Pretty much.
Spark Monster, I do because I won. Dab. I'm just going to say the word dab now because I think it's enough to make you cringe at this point.
As long as you don't really dab.
Hey Tom, dab.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh my god, not that video. You just threw me completely off guard there. Oh god. Okay, I think this is time to end the stream. Thank you very much for watching this stream, ladies and gentlemen. My name has been My Goose Boom, and I've been joined by the lovely Tom, aka Oxy. We shall see you again next week on the same channel. I need a new chair. Anyway, egg. Bye. This egg is feeling surprisingly warm.
It knows your touch.
Maybe it does.
It feels your
Do you
touch.
think it could still hatch?
Well, there was that Russian guy that sort of injected his sperm into an egg and the little thing came out, although it was fake, but still. The idea was cool.
I mean, this egg is only 6 months old and was boiled, so I still think it has a chance.
There's probably like some, I don't know, bacteria in there or something that's still alive.
I mean, it's sealed. Actually, no, I think it's very much stabilized inside. I'm pretty sure it's completely sterilized.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
What we could do, maybe as a special. You know how when you put an egg into a cup of vinegar, it eats away at the outer skin?
Yeah, it makes it all kind of gooey and... Yeah, I know what you mean.
We could try that at some point.
We could
Science
try.
experiments on the Warframe channel.
What would happen with the face? Would it go away?
It would go away.
Oh.
It would.
Then we could see what's inside, though.
I'm imagining the face now slowly melting away on camera.
Why have we done this?
Oh god. Sorry, egg. We'll just leave you there.
Egg good ass. Sad. Well, we'll see one day, I suppose. This coffee is horrible.
Stop drinking it.
It's like, whoa.
Tom, we have coffee at home. And that's not even the meme. The coffee at home is genuinely better.
That's not wrong. That is true. Yeah. Oh.
Thermos can fund for Tom soon.